Yes, I don't. And so I don't have the money ready.
If I could ask you some questions about the money your company owes in Australia.
Huh?
When you left Australia, owing close to $1 million?
No,
Bro, what you doing? What you doing, bro? Why are you putting your hands on my fucking food? Bro, it's shitty.
In my last videos we were looking at expats and tourists who were misbehaving in Thailand. But also the neighboring country of Indonesia has a ton of problems with tourists and expats at the moment. Especially the island of Bali. So today I got 3 videos of foreigners crashing out in Bali. And trust me, they are very interesting. I even found a video of Vitaly before he went to the Philippines and went to jail there. So let's start with the first video right away. The video was recorded in an animal clinic and it shows a woman who is screaming at the vet that she stole her cat.
Give him away.
I don't give him away.
You said you won't give him to me. It's on my messages.
Because you
Okay,
you're
so
waiting for.
because I'm waiting my money tomorrow, I have to borrow it.
At first it just looks like a random expat who is losing it, but actually there's a big rabbit hole to this. Because this woman is not just any expat. It is the Australian Jessie White, and she's actually the owner of a fashion brand from Australia that went bankrupt. The brand was actually called Shakuhachi, and it was very famous. It was even worn by Rihanna. But in 2015 it collapsed, and since then there has been kind of a manhunt for this woman. She even got tracked down by a camera team. Here's the clip.
Jessica White.
Yeah.
Chris Allen from A Current Affair. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
You look like you're having a good time here in Bali.
Yeah.
She's all smiles for the camera until I mention the money.
Yeah.
Just wondering if I could ask you some questions about the money your company owes in Australia. When you left Australia, owing close to $1 million, about 80 creditors. The liquidator would like us to ask you some questions. Can you answer those for us, Jessica? These are just questions I'm sure people would like answered. We understand you personally owe several $100,000 to the company, Jessica. Jessica appears to have locked herself in the men's loo.
So after all this you would think that she would lay low and stay out of trouble, but as you can see in the video it's the whole opposite. But maybe she's right, maybe they really stole her cat. No, she's not right. They didn't steal a cat at all. Because she actually signed a contract for the treatment of her cat, for which she had to leave the cat at the clinic. Which costs money, obviously. And she didn't pay that money.
So I don't have the money ready. I will pay you tomorrow.
Then out of nowhere she showed up, as you can see in the video, and demands her cat without paying. And that doesn't work at all. She also threatened to sue the vets, and this turned out very bad for her. Because now that the video went viral, everyone is against her. Which is obvious, I guess, but she expected a different outcome. And now the court actually wants to sue her, and we will see what comes out of this. Our next clip is actually from Vitaly on his tour that he did before he went to the Philippines. I guess he also wanted to go on with his tour after the Philippines, but we all know how this ended.
If you don't recognize this loser, consider yourself lucky. This is Vitaly, a sad excuse of a streamer who might be facing up to 25 years in a Philippine prison because his content is so bad.
So in this video I don't know if he's with a friend. I assume it's not a friend because I never seen Vitaly having friends. So I guess it's just another expat or tourist who talked to him. And there was some minor altercation about the guy touching Vitaly's food. But as we know, Vitaly, he probably exaggerated a lot. And he thought it would be a good idea as retaliation to grab his food and drop it on the other guy.
No!
Bro, what you doing? Bro, what you doing, bro? Why are you putting your hands on my fucking food? Bro, it's shitty.
In the middle of a calm restaurant where everybody is just having lunch. And Vitaly, in his classic manner, doesn't de-escalate, but he wants to throw punches with the guy.
Oh, really?
Wow. No, stop, Vitaly, stop.
Go away. Go away. You grab it. I'll get in your shirt. What? Hold my phone just in case. Come on. Yeah, come here.
Vitaly,
No, I'm not
Vitaly,
no.
no.
If you want to go in the street, I don't want to cause a scene in a restaurant. You're free to walk outside.
Bro, you're in Bali.
What? But you grabbed it. You're the one who started. You flipped him.
I think the best you could sum it up is this comment right here. As a mother of 2 young children, this is a visual representation of what our dinner times are like. At least we know that Vitaly is getting what he deserves now. Shout out to the Philippines. I don't know about the grocery prices in Bali, but in our last video it seems like a woman needs their mango very, very urgently. So urgently that she can just step on sacred statues next to a temple. While this is not an act of aggression or something that we usually see, it's still a big disrespect. In Southeast Asia, all those statues are sacred, which is, I guess, common knowledge. You should know that they take their religion and their temples very seriously. I don't think that woman intentionally wanted to disrespect somebody, but before you do anything in a country that is not yours, maybe think about what would the locals think of this and how would it impact them. Bali has countless temples and sacred places, so no matter where you go, you should be watching out. The problem is that there's also a lot of parties, a lot of bars, a lot of clubs, and people coming from these places are most of the time in a mood that they think this is just their playground and they are on holiday. There's a whole lot of other problems going on in Bali, like the scooters or all the naked women in the sacred places. So I definitely will do more videos on Bali. Let me know below what is your opinion and what do you think is at the moment the biggest problem for Bali in terms of tourism. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. If you want to see some fights, you can check out my last video on the situation in Thailand. It sadly got age restricted, so you will not get it recommended. So if you want to see some fights, go check that one out. And see you next time.